Hello, Waters Landing, and welcome to your real estate market report for August 2025. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty. If you're living or looking in Waters Landing, there is no better place to keep up with what's going down in real estate than right here. This month, we had updates on 18 different properties in Waters Landing, including 3 coming soon, 7 new listings, 6 price changes, 7 new contracts, and 5 closings. That's a busy month. So I'm going to talk fast, try and keep up, and let's get moving. We'll start off with 20501 Alderleaf Terrace. This is a 3-bedroom, 2 full, and 2 half bath, 1,700 square foot single-family home. It listed on the 7th for $600,000 and went under contract on the 26th after 20 days on market. Next, 20553 Andyke Way is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot colonial that listed back in May for $749,990, dropped its price in June to $729, went under contract in July after 53 days on market, and closed on August 17th for $725,000, $25K below its original list price. 13420 Bidford Court is a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,100 square foot single family. It listed in June for $525,000 and dropped to $515,000 in July. They went under contract on August 7th after 49 days on market. 13305 Cloverdale Place is a 3-bedroom, 2 full, and 2 half bath, 1,300 square foot single family that listed for $624,900 in July. They dropped their price to $600 on August 28th and were active at month end after 52 days on market. 13305 Demetrius Way is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, back-to-back townhome that popped up as coming soon in early July and went active on August 25th for $389,000. But apparently that was oopsies by the agent because it was pulled temporarily off the market later that same day. That's a false start on the listing team. Loss of down. 13513 Demetrius Way is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, back-to-back townhome that listed for $299,900 back in June and went under contract in July after 31 days on market. It closed for $305 on August 20th, $5K over its list price. A few doors down, 13533 Demetrius Way, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, back-to-back townhome that listed for $350 back in June and went under contract in July after 21 days on market. It closed on August 5th for $345,000, $5K under its list price. 19804 Laurentia Drive is one of the larger back-to-backs at 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They listed in July for $399,900, dropped their price by $10K on August 6th and by another $5 on the 23rd. They ended the month at $384,900 and 46 days on market. 19809 Laurentia is the same model as 19804. They popped up as coming soon back in early June and went active for $400,000 on August 10th. They ended the month that same way after 22 days on market. 14329 Long Channel Drive is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,500 square foot town that listed for $520 back in June, then had a crazy July with a failed contract, pulling it off the market, relisting it 2 weeks later, a $5K price drop. But apparently all of that worked out because they went back under contract on August 6th, and this time it stuck. They closed for $515,000 on the 19th. 20575 Lowfield Drive is a 3-bedroom, 2 full, and 2 half bath, 1,300 square foot townhome that popped up as coming soon on the 14th and is set to go active mid-September for $437,500. 20528 near Winder Street. This is a 5-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,900 square foot colonial that went active for $575,000 in July. They dropped by $36,000 3 weeks later on August 5th and ended the month at $539 after 47 days on market. Just down the block is 20550 near Winder Street. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 1,500 square foot single family that listed for $599,900 on August 26th and ended the month at 6 days on market. Back to the towns at Water's Edge, 20,003 Placid Lake Terrace is a 3-bedroom, 2 full, and 2 half bath, 1,600 square foot townhome that listed in June for $499,900 and dropped their price by $35,000 to $465,000 in July. They went under contract on August 5th after 41 days on market and closed for $460,000 on the 21st. $40,000 under their original list price. Now down the block, 20,029 Placid Lake Terrace is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,400 square foot townhome that listed for $509,000 on August 8th and went under contract 4 days later. Further down the same block, 20,045 Placid Lake Terrace is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,500 square foot townhome. It listed in July for $530,000 and dropped its price to $515,000. They went under contract on August 31st after 53 days on market. 13213 Whitechurch Circle is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath back-to-back. It popped up as coming soon in July and listed for $365,000 on August 2nd. They dropped their price on the 13th to $355,000 and ended the month at 30 days on market. And bringing it home, number 18, and our last update for August, 13339 Whitechurch Circle. The same 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath design. They listed on August 1st for $375,000, dropped their price by $25,000 to $350,000 on the 22nd, and went under contract on the 30th. Taking a step back out to look at the rest of Germantown, August was flashing some interesting mixed signals. There were 92 new listings in August. That's down 11% from both last month and August of last year, which is a reversal of the increasing inventory trend we've been seeing for much of this year. Contract activity was also up, with 76 new contracts signed in August, 15% more than last month and 3% more than 2024. But on the flip side, time on market continues to climb. August's 25-day median and 40-day average time on market were nearly 3 times what they were this time last year. More concerning is the listing failure rate, which hit 33%. That means 1 out of every 3 properties that came off the market in August had failed to sell. That's 4 times higher than it was last year. Prices are still positive, but only just. This month saw a 0.6% annual increase, marking the 8th straight month of slowing price growth. And month-over-month figures turned negative as far back as March. So look for the annual number to continue to fall in the future. On a more positive note, though, the average 30-year fixed-rate loan was down 0.1% from last month to end the month at 6.51%. Be sure to check back next month for another Waters Landing market report, or if you'd prefer more timely updates, including all of the listing photos for each property, register at the link in the description, and we'll set you up with a free automatic email anytime a Waters Landing property hits the market, has a price change, goes under contract, or closes. And remember, if you or one of your friends or neighbors are looking to buy or sell, give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty. In Waters Landing, you'll be moved.